Hello guys, today we will start deadlocks, and this is a new section basically which comes under the transactions and the concurrency control. So let's discuss what is deadlocks. Then after we will discuss the necessary conditions for deadlock. So let's discuss. A system is said to be in a deadlock state if there exists a set of transactions. This is a set of transactions such that, first of all, let's discuss this one. It says deadlock is a state. First of all, deadlock is a state and a complete system comes in that deadlock state. No any single transaction will come. The complete system, that means the complete schedule will come under this deadlock state. Kab aayega? When it will come. So if there is set of transaction, we have some set of transaction, that is a T0, T1, T2 up to Tn in a schedule, such that each transaction in this set is waiting for releasing any resource by any other transaction. That means every transaction from T0 to Tn is waiting from any other transaction to release the resource. That means every transaction will be in a wait state. Okay guys, and they are waiting for other transaction to release the resources. Resources may be CPU, resources may be input output devices, resources may be the variables or data items which are used by the transactions. The resources are different things. Okay guys, so all of the transaction will be in the waiting state. That means in this case all the transactions are the waiting state. Yes, says that all the transaction will be in the waiting state. If all the transactions are in the waiting state, that means there will be a deadlock on that system. Okay guys, so these diagrams will clear your all doubts. So let's discuss. This is the necessary conditions for deadlock. So discuss some points when we will say that this system is in a deadlock state. So we have 4 conditions. On that basis we can say if any one of condition is satisfied, we will say the system in a deadlock state. Let's see. Hold and wait state. Okay guys, so see, we have 2 transactions, our T1 and 2 in the system. We have 2 transactions. A resource is held by transaction T1. Okay, A resource is held by transaction T1. B resource is held by transaction T2. Okay guys, T1 is requesting for the resource B, but B is not leaving this resource. Okay guys, see, so again A is held by transaction T1 and B is held by transaction T2, and T1 is requesting or waiting for the release of this B resource, but T2 is not releasing. That means this system is going to be in a deadlock state. Okay guys, let's move to another point. The second condition is the mutual exclusion. It says, suppose we have 2 transactions T1 and T2. Okay guys, so A is held by T1. A is held by T1 by putting exclusive lock. Here transaction T1 has put the exclusive lock on A. That means A cannot be shared by any other resources. Okay guys, so that means if T2 requests for the A, it will not use this A because it is the exclusive lock. If there is a shared lock, then T2 might be using that variable. So that means system will not be in a deadlock state. But it is a exclusive lock on A, so it is not going to share by T2. So we will say this system is going to be in a deadlock state by mutual exclusion. Okay guys, let's move to the third point. It says no preemption. Preemption means ki leaving some resources by voluntarily by our means, but no preemption means we cannot take by forcefully. So let's suppose we have a transaction T1. Okay guys, then it is transaction T1 is holding A, but after completion of the A's work, T1 is not releasing the A. That is the bad thing. That means T1 is not leaving this A resources even after the completions, and forcefully release of resource is not allowed. That means forcefully we cannot take this resource from the T1. That means this says no preemption. When T1 wants, it will release the resource, but forcefully we cannot take this resource. Then we will say this system is in no preemption state. Okay guys, that means system is going to be in a deadlock state. Then after the circular wait state comes a circular wait condition. It says if we have 2 transactions T1 and T2 in a system, and there are 2 resources A and B. A is held by T1. Okay, A is held by T1 or T1 is holding A. Then T2 is holding B. Okay guys, T1 wants B resource. T1 wants B resource for its work to be done. So it's requesting to T2 to leave this resource. but T2 wants a resource and requesting for A to T1, but T1 is not leaving or releasing a resource. So that means there is a circular cycle. That means how? There is a cycle from A to T1, T1 to B, then B to T2, T2 to A. That means there is a cycle, that is a circular wait. Both of transactions are waiting for their each other's resources and both of them not releasing their resources as well. So that means system is coming in a circular wait condition and system is going in a deadlock state. So this is all the 4 conditions. On that basis we will say that system is going in a deadlock state. So guys, in the next video we will see some points regarding how to handle this deadlock. So we will discuss that in the next video. So guys, if this video is helping you, so please like and share this video, subscribe the channel, please follow the playlist of this channel. Thank you.